Oh, that is so satisfying. Hello everyone, NetherTrey here, and welcome back to my Let's Play Resonant Rise series. This is episode 26, and we are going to do some Draconic Evolution. I've been killing a bunch of withers. We have 6 nether cubes, and really to get the basic things we need to go kill the end dragon is the 4 pieces of wyvern armor, the sword, and the bow. The sword is mostly useful for killing withers faster because the wither does get pretty close to killing me. Not close enough that I feel like I'm in danger, but I would like to take less damage. So let's deal more to him and have him deal less to us. So we are going to make some of the wyvern tools and wyvern armor. In order to do that, we are going to need the nether cubes that we got. We're going to need a diamond sword. We're going to need a draconic core. Now this is where it gets tricky because we're going to need a lot of draconium. So we're going to need 4 of these. We're going to need a wyvern energy core, which takes 4 blocks of redstone, which isn't a big deal. Another one of these draconic cores or wyvern cores. And then we should be able to make this wyvern core and then throw it all together. Oop, we missed something. We did not finish this. That'll get us our wyvern energy core. And then that should get us our sword of the wyvern. So that's the first thing we're going to need. How are we doing on draconium? We have 26. Let's get another stack of ingots going just to be safe. So we'll set this to regular smelt mode, put that in there, and we'll run it over here and continue to make the other things that we need. So we are going to want the boots, the pants, the helmet, and the chest piece. Actually, well, yeah, we are going to want the chest piece for the protection. We are going to have to take off our jetpack when we use it. But in the meantime, let's make some of the other parts. We're going to need diamond boots. Another wyvern energy core. So we're going to need 5 of these in total. Boots. To make one of these. So there we're running out of ingots. And that, yeah, we're out of the ingots. Make this. We're going to need more blocks of redstone. Let's just make a stack of blocks of redstone so we have them. And we need some more ingots. So we may not actually have enough to get the whole set of armor just in time. Let's get some more of this stuff. Another thing I'm going to want to make is the manual for Draconic Evolution. So before we use up all our dust, let's make that because we're going to need dust. And the manual is in this. What is that? There's a dimlet. Oh, that's the draconium ore dimlet. Well, that would be really nice. We might actually make that. So if I look in here, there should be, I think it's called a tablet. Yes. So here we have our Draconic Evolution information tablet. And that's made with 1 draconium dust surrounded by smooth stone. So that's pretty easy. And if we look in here, it's actually a pretty nice book. We'll look in the index and it has everything for the mod. If you scroll, it goes really slow. If you hold in shift and scroll, it goes a lot faster. So, oops. There's a little back button. We are eventually going to go for the draconic tools, but in order to do that, we need to kill ender dragons. So for now, we are just making some other things. We're also going to want one of these enhanced charms of dislocation, because they basically allow us to teleport wherever we want to. Actually, we might be able to make one of these now. I think we're going to go ahead and do that because those are really nice. So let's clear that out. We're going to make our enhanced charm of dislocation. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. We're going to need a regular charm of dislocation, which requires an Eye of Ender, no problem. Just like that. And then we're going to make the enhanced charm of dislocation. Now this thing is awesome. First of all, if you right click, it opens up the GUI just like this. We can set locations. So for instance, let's set this one to a new one right here. We want to name it server room, and then commit, and it did not take it, so let's try that again. Server room. Oop, there, now it actually popped up twice. So let's remove the bottom one. We're going to lock this so we don't accidentally change it. Now, in order to use this thing, we are going to need some ender pearls, which we can actually access from our system now. So we've got a lot of ender pearls. Let's just grab a whole bunch of them. So we're going to add fuel. If we hold in shift, it'll take a bunch of new ones. We'll just eat up all those ender pearls. So we now have 137 slots. So if I run over here and I right click, it will teleport us back to our main room, our server room that we told it to set the location for. If I shift right click, it brings up our GUI. So now we have the ability to travel back to our main server room whenever we want to. So right click travels back to our main server room. That will use 1 ender pearl per teleport, which is totally worth it since we have basically an unlimited supply. So let's actually add the rest of those. Cool. So we have our enhanced charm of dislocation. I am going to want to enchant that with the soulbound enchantment also, just so we never lose it and we can always get back to base even if we die. So that's that. And we can continue to make our Wyvern armor. So what were we missing here? We are missing this guy, and we're also going to want to finish off this guy, and that will get us our Wyvern boots. In order to make our legs, it's basically the same thing over and over again. Diamond for the main armor, and then 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to need 1 of these. And pants, 1 of these. And then that will make us our pants, except we are out of ingots again. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have quite enough to make this armor. Let's throw that in there, let that smelt up a little bit. That should give us enough to finish off our pants. Wyvern leggings. And then we're going to want to make our helmet. Once again, diamond base armor. 5 of these guys. 1 out again. Going for the helmet this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Helmet. Make 1 of these. 1 of these. And that will make us our helmet. And then all we need is the chest piece, which I think we're going to be short on Draconium for, which is fine, because we have our jetpack anyway. But let's see what we can do with the Draconium that we have. do have 7 more if we need it. Let's see if we can make this. Apparently I auto-crafted these already. So 5 of those. And then diamond chest piece. That'll get us our Wyvern core. Wyvern energy core. And we are going to be like 6 short, which luckily I think we have. Yeah, we have 7. So let's go smelt these up quick, and that will get us our whole set of armor. Wyvern chest piece. Cool, so we have our sword and our armor. We do still want the bow in order to take on the dragon. It just makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to have to go back to the nether and find a bunch more. Now this stuff does run on RF power, so we are going to throw it in here and let it charge up, which it should do fairly quickly. Our second turbine is running, so we are making plenty of power to keep up with everything. We can even leave the quarry running if we want to. So those are charged up now. Charge up the helmet quick. So that has protection 3. Our legs have protection 6. So supposedly they have the same level of protection before they're enchanted. We're going to hold on to that. Put our boots in there. I think we might rip the enchantments off of this flux armor. So auto disenchanter. These boots are out of enchantments. So we're going to rip the enchantments off of this flux armor. We did disconnect. Ooh. Okay, so this armor has speed upgrade by default. So in order to look at that, we're going to need to push a certain key that I can't remember what it is. C, no. P, no. L, K, I. Okay, so I. The I key brings up this interface, and we can click on our boots, all of our Wyvern stuff. So let's see what options we have in here. Boost while sprinting, we want to be true. Speed multiplier, we're going to drag down to a 0.5 so that we're not too fast. So that's good. So now we do have a speed boost built into our armor, which is nice. But we're going to want to get some enchanting going here. So let's see what we have to do in order to hook this guy back up. So the power is right there. So all we really need here is an RF tunnel. We still got plenty of channels here. So let's get a P2. For some reason, sometimes the numbers don't work. So P2P tunnel. Next, yes, we're going to need our fluid conduits as well. Hopefully that's enough. So back down the hole. Take these old conduits off of here. So it looks like our fluid is still hooked up there. It's not hooked up here. Oh, yes, it is. We did hook that back up. Cool. So that's already done. So all we need to do is, we're going to need a smart cable. Wow, so much garbage in our inventory. We don't need these gold boots right now. So right here, we're going to plop that guy down, stick that guy on there. We're going to change it into an RF tunnel. Do still have the old cables there. So take that down as well as that one. One there, one there, one there, and that will hook that up. We are going to need our memory card. Right click there, successfully loaded settings, and we now have power. Cool. So we should be ripping the enchantment off of our RF armor. As soon as I get these taken off and grab a few more enchantments, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so just to give you an example of how this works, if I go into my I key and bring up our inventory for our Draconic Evolution gear, and I click on the helmet, for example, and I go into the inventory, I can take enchanted books and put them in the slots on the right. So if I take Aqua Affinity 1 and I put that in here, and I take Protection 4 and put that in there, and Soulbound 1, that will add those enchantments to the gear just as if it were enchanted. So if I hold my mouse over this, you'll see that the boots now say they are Soulbound 1, Protection 4, and I don't think the Aqua Affinity... Actually, let's go back in there. Inventory. Soulbound 1, Feather Falling 4. Aqua Affinity, I think, is for a helmet, actually, so I think it might have eaten it because it was not supposed to be put in there. So that's not good. Did it drop it on the ground, maybe? No, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. So I wasn't supposed to put that in there. I don't even know why I did. But I can take my boots, and you can see I have Soulbound and Protection 4 in there, and I can put Feather Falling 4 in there, and that one should work just fine. And you'll see my boots are now Soulbound 1, Protection 4, Feather Falling 4. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to get 2 more Protection 4 books and Soulbound books for the other 2 pieces of armor. I'm going to try to get some like explosion protection and projectile protection too for some of these. And I'm going to want, not fortune, but what's the one for weapons? Looting. Looting 3 for the sword, as well as sharpness. So let me start looking for those books. I'm going to need gold sword, golden sword, like that. Go over here to our little enchanting setup. So this helmet has projectile protection 4, which is nice. So I'm going to take that, throw this golden sword in here, let that start to enchant up, and we'll go over here and take this projectile protection 4 off of this helmet, because we're going to want that. That's going to be awesome. I am going to be using this jetpack, so I might want to see if I can enchant that with projectile protection. Like I said, I do need to go into the nether also to get some more draconium so that I can make the wyvern bow, because it is really useful for fighting the dragon. So let me see how much we're going to need for that. So we're going to need 4 times 4 is 16. And then 4 more is 20. And then 6 is 26. And then 4 more here is 30. And then 4 more here. No. 4 more here is 34. So we're going to need like over half a stack of draconium. So let me run to the nether and see what I can find. And I'll be back. Alright guys, here we go. So this is what I'm looking for here in the nether. It's extremely rare. It does kind of stand out because it kind of glows a little bit. But that's 7, and I needed, what did I say, 34? So I am going to be in here a little while looking for this stuff because it is nowhere. I've been flying around already for a while, and it's really, really rare. So give me a little while yet, see if I can come up with half a stack of this stuff, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I believe this is going to be the last one we're going to need for now. That takes us up to 37, which I really hope is enough. So I'm just going to use our Enhanced Charm of Dislocation. And I did set it so that there was also another location. If you hold in your mouse wheel and or if you hold in shift and scroll your mouse wheel, it'll change between your destinations. So there it says Nether, there it says server room. We're going back to the server room. Ta-da! Just like that. Now, I did get stuck in the floor a little bit, which isn't cool, but we're okay. So I also got some nether platinum and some nether diamond that I already threw into our bag while I was there. So that's nice. We're just going to throw it into the system for now. And a bunch of this other garbage. So now we have a bunch more draconium dust, which I'll take over here and throw in here to be smelted. Let's run back over here, check on our... I do want to move this enchanting stuff over to our enchanting room eventually, but for now this is fine. So there we have projectile protection 4. Pull that out. Unbreaking 3, smite 4, knock back 2. Not great. Smite is okay. I'm not sure if that works on the Wither or not, because I don't know if he's really considered undead. But I guess we can find out. So let's take those off of there. Let's grab another diamond sword, or gold sword. Throw that guy in there. Let him enchant. And we'll go get our draconium. So let's see if we have enough to make one of these bows. So we are going to need 5 more of these. Another one of these. One of these. Oh, we need another nether star. So let's go kill a wither. Soul sand. Now this sword of the Wyvern by default does 20 attack damage. That's without any enchantments or anything on it. So we're going to use that instead of our old sword because we don't really need looting for the Wither. Let's take this, throw it here, here, and here. Should have made this just a little bit taller, I think. So yeah, he definitely goes down faster with this sword. And like I said, that's without any enchantments on it, which is awesome. So I'm going to make a sword pedestal. Throw in that, we don't need that. Throw in that. And I'm going to put our old sword right here next to our armor stand where we have our old flux infused armor, just for posterity. So let's see what we got here. We got Unbreaking 3, which is kind of useless. Unbreaking 3. Projectile Protection 4. We're going to go ahead and throw that on our legs. Hopefully it works. Yes, it does. Cool. Smite 4 again, and Fire Aspect 2. I don't know how useful Fire Aspect is going to be. Take this Smite 4. Throw that on our sword. just in case. Inventory, smite 4. So that might work on the Wither. Not sure. So we didn't catch the Nether cube, but it should have fallen into our system. Yes, it did. So let's continue making our Wyvern, bow of the Wyvern. What are we missing? Our 4 Draconic, oh, probably because they are over here in this crafting grid. Yes, okay. So take our Nether cube. There's our Wyvern core. Oop, we're also going to need a bow, just a regular old bow. And that'll get us our bow of the Wyvern. Very important for the bow of the Wyvern, we're going to want an infinity enchantment. Now this does have a bunch of settings, sharpshooter, rapid fire modes. The next tier of this bow actually has even more settings. But these are 2 really nice settings. I don't have the enchantment I need to give us unlimited arrows, so we'll go for that. Where is a bow? We do have a bow. I don't really want to use a broken one. We are out of sticks and string. Okay, so we're going to use the broken one. So let's throw that in here and enchant that guy up. There's our knockback 2. This sword is garbage. Alright, so let me get some of these enchantments around and I'll be right back. By the way, guys, if you ever need string and have lots of wool, go ahead and throw it in a sag mill. Yay, infinity! So this is the enchantment that we're going to need for our bow. I'm also going to want enchantments that make it deal more damage. And I'm also still trying to get the enchantments for the sword. I'm going to need a couple more protections for the armor as well. So I'm going to keep enchanting. And I'll let you know when I get a little further. Alright guys, so I'm still on the hunt for enchantments. But I did find infinity, so we can now use this bow. This is the rapid fire mode that the bow can do. It shoots the arrows kind of weird. When it does rapid fire, they kind of fling around sideways. That's okay, they do tons of damage. And it also has sharpshooter mode, which zooms way in, does a lot more damage, and is really nice. I also got this XP boost enchantment. I don't know if it's going to work, because it's from another mod. So we are going to throw it in our sword, and no, it won't even take the book. So that one's not going to work with that. Might stick that on another weapon at some point, just so we have something to get some XP boosts for us. But we do have that going. I'm going to try to hunt for some more. I need 2 more protection 4 enchantments. I got another soulbound, I believe. Yes, it just came off of this bow. I'm going to throw this bow away. We got a sharpness 3. We're going to want to get up to sharpness 5, so we're either going to have to keep enchanting swords or combine some bunch of sharpness 3s to get sharpness 5 going. So I want to get all these enchantments for next time. Let's go ahead and stick this soulbound. What do we not have soulbound yet? Let's see. Our boots are soulbound. Our legs are not. Our helmet is. So our legs need a soulbound. So they've already got projectile protection. We'll take that out. Put the soulbound in first, just because I like to keep everything in the same order. And those are now soulbound. So we're going to need a soulbound for our sword, a soulbound for our bow, a soulbound for our chest piece. We're going to need a couple more protections. Yeah, and then that'll get us ready for the Ender Dragon, because we're going to get most of our Draconium in the end. We're actually going to take our Ender Quarry there to get that going. But that'll wait till next time. Alright guys, so now I found a power 4 for our bow. I think there is a power 5, so we want to see if we can find another one and combine those two. I got an XP boost 3 again, that doesn't work with Draconic Evolution stuff. And I also found a sharpness 3 for our sword, so that brought it up from 20 attack damage to 32, and that's only sharpness 3. We're going to want to get that up to sharpness 5. So that is what I am still working on. I'm going to keep doing this between episodes. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching the episode again. This is the end of the episode. If you like what you saw, give me a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.